BTR utilizing Shogun again, this time offensively. I feel like for BTR, if they play like this, if they are the ones to jump the gun onto ONIC, there's little to nothing that ONIC can do. Again, their lineup is more of a dive composition, and with the vision that they get from Moreno, they are well informed about what ONIC will want to do. Look at that ultimate catching 4. The Astral Echo, finding out what ONIC wanted to do, and that already meant that Niall was able to skitter through and sneak a purple buff.
Oh, wow. Talk about a turnaround so far. I don't think we see the sweep here. I think this is at least, you know, I hope at least we get the 4 games come through. Maybe we get the full 5-game series. If we don't, just please not a sweep. But Bigatron by Vitality, gonna be on that blue side, man. I think this is where we start to see the standard stuff, you know, more of the standard stuff and the kind of traditional trades going on. I think we might even see a contest for Selena come through where they might give 1 game to Moreno, honestly, to get the Selena, because I think some teams are starting to really figure that out too.
Yeah, and I guess the thing that you have to consider here for BTR is what is their priority? Are they more focused on the Eman hero? Because there was a time where they do prioritize Eman's hero, but it felt like yesterday they can actually put it, you know, lower priority with Mia, especially in a matchup where Kelra and Eman is going to be at the same stage. It's the gold standard versus the gold standard stopper, so that will be an interesting match to say the least. When you said that Eman used to be a raider, one of his rivals back then was Kelra when he was playing for Omega back then. So it was there's a long history between these two. So do you prioritize Eman or do you deprioritize Eman now so that you make sure that the gold lane to gold lane matchup is in your favor? So that's a question that I would love to see. So that's a big question I'd love to see. So that's a big question I'd love to see.
I'll answer that right now. I guess Melissa's open. And if the Melissa's open, it's most likely going to go to the hands of Eman. That's kind of what we've seen in the draft patterns, but at the same time, both gold laners, Kelra and Eman, who know each other very well. Like, again, they're the ones who have been bringing up these more unique picks too, these more unique heroes that can work. So I think you just kind of let that be there, you know, let that be the case. You prioritize elsewhere. And I think the biggest priority with these two teams, obviously between Kyrie and Niall, you want to go ahead and lock in your jungler, of course, which is the Hirata trade. That's where we're going to go here, unless it's, of course, banned in this last red side ban, because you could just grab it for Niall. Same thing, man. Fanny. Both of them like to play the Fanny. So I think this might be, again, one of those things where maybe a Fanny comes up. I mean, by the way, again, over the course of days, every single time we've seen ONIC play, there has been a ton of ONIC fans out there. So, and I think everybody's really happy too, by the way, to see Kyrie up on the interviews with our boys up there, Heidi and Ilias, because he spoke great English, man. I mean, I think for a lot of people, they're like, dang, Kyrie's English has improved so much.
Yeah, and I guess it's also all right. What they're called the
I don't know. I just said the Vitality. The robots, the red robots.
The robots, man. Yeah. I thought that's why I was okay. The Vitality. Okay,
I saw Vitality and I'm like the Vitality.
Anyways, Kyrie with his confidence, great in English, good-looking guy, perfect. Come on, like one of the best junglers out there. Here's the thing. I went live earlier today, and here's a this is a legit story. I went live earlier around 2 p.m. and you know that. You saw me, right? You saw me go live.
Okay.
Carl TZ, the GOAT, popped in my chat. I asked him, who is the best jungler right now? And he said, Kyrie, without a doubt.
Oh, man. Without a doubt.
Yes.
And that came from the GOAT.
That came from the GOAT.
Oh, man. You know what? I have to agree, man. I agree with everything you pointed out. You know, basically perfect, right? But let's see. He's going to get the Hirata, the first try at it. So this is, I think every single time that hero pops up now, we've all just know, okay, Sky Piercer, Hirata. Game one plan for the opposing team. Don't let them get stacked, especially fully stacked on the Sky Piercer, because it literally seems unfair, man. If a Hirata is fully stacked, I don't know. It just feels unfair the way that happens, you know? So the answer seems to be the Fanny. Grab a Fanny. You get a power pick over here too for Shogun. You grab yourself the Barretts. You have some decent Paquito damage. I didn't know if they were going to flex that, by the way, until the Fanny came through, because I was thinking, okay, is Paquito possibly going to the jungle like we've seen him, you know, or is he going to go in the gold lane possibly? But now we know.
Okay, with I was actually surprised that ONIC let go of the Barretts, but at the same time, the BARENG is also a good hero, and they pair it up with this Uranus. So there's not much lockdown for ONIC, whereas for BTR, you already have the Paquito Barretts. So this is like two schools of just meta picks.
Yeah.
You see the Paquito and the Barretts combined together. Now it's with a Fanny, which has been a development in the meta game here in Games of the Future, where the Fanny now answers the Hirara. Well, this was also evident in MSC in the last day of MSC, I would say, last 2 days, where the Fanny is now being picked against the Hirara. And that's also true for this time, ONIC picking up two tanky dudes with the Hirara. So this is like meta versus meta, and we're gonna be slammed by the best heroes that we have in available in the meta game.
Hey, get slammed, you know? So, but basically, at this point, too, they're going to go ahead and hone in on these mid lane options for the Maestro himself, Moreno. I think, you know, so far from what we've seen between, of course, in the mid lane, there's some variety there. Whether it's Sans, whether it's Moreno, the way they want to go ahead and approach this is how do you supplement your assassin junglers the best to your ability. Selena was one of them that most people would think for Moreno. That's why it's banned out. On the flip side, the Ruby is banned out mainly for the potential that Kelra picks it up to put it in the gold lane, you know, because again, if you go and just supplement this Hirara to do her thing, maneuver around everyone. We just saw this in the hands of TNZ, by the way, right? Where you get fully stacked and you have these multiple ways of kind of moving around your tanky dudes, but also your crowd control. And then your own kind of iframes. That's why it feels so unfair. So take out a Ruby. I wonder if they'll take out one more. Both of those roam options too, the Matilda and the Rafaela, will be banned out though. So that is not going to be available for Finn. And Finn has been one of the better performing Matildas so far throughout Games of the Future.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so going to be the Ruby as the ban. Probably another, I guess another catch. Or another gold lane, in fact. Maybe Harith or Moskov, the ban here for BTR. And although Ruby is typically played in the roam role before, it's now getting played in the EXP as well as the gold lane. More so in the gold lane now, which is also a good hero to pair up with the Hirara. So that's probably why the Ruby has been banned by BTR. So instead of doubling down on the Kelra bans, they just banned the Vexana, which is a hero that Sans showed us that they can actually play. I think the Valentina is the best pick here for Suns, but there is also some merit of picking up a Lilia, for example, or Selena. No, it's not available.
Selena banned out, yeah.
Wow.
So other than that, well, the Vexana actually, we were talking about this even a couple days ago, where it's just kind of risen in pick value, stock value.
Yeah.
But Bigatron by Vitality is going to ban that out. So now, if you are ONIC, you just pick up your mid now. Yeah, they'll do that. Louis Yi. They pick up the Louis Yi.
Oh.
This was banned out a couple times, but then it was shown in the last series, and there's, you know, that you can't discredit the diversion, man. The diversion. Yeah. Little send your full team if you need to go ahead and back things up, or disengage at the right time. This can also really control the Fanny push, right? That's kind of what we've seen before, where Fanny's just off on the other side of the map doing her own thing. Well, now you can get there faster and potentially even surprise a side lane push from Nile.
Yeah. Okay. Fanny, they will round this up with maybe a Farsa. Is Farsa even good? Or do they go Novaria themselves? I think the Novaria is one of the answers to Louis from a long time ago, and it, I think, makes sense here. They do pick it up. So they put in the Gatatkacha afterwards. So I like how Bigatron has responded, and then they already have 3 good meta hero picks. They close it out with a Gatatkacha, which is more of a stabilizer for their lane. It's a reliable response to the Lui because you have a lot of distance that you can cover. In case there will be a diversion, an Avatar of the Guardian can be there to save them. So that's a really good way to approach this draft against ONIC. I really like the 5 heroes that they built now. ONIC, how will they close this out? They need some sort of reach and some sort of burst. There's the reach, the burst.
I was gonna say, is this the reach though? She's got like the shortest range in the game, but I mean, you're shredding. You're shredding through at least the Barretts and the Ganakacha, you know? And I think in this way too, you're at least kind of protected. You're kind of covered here. If you need help in that lane, again, that's why that Lui is picked up. It's really strong to just go ahead and, you know, ultimate down to that gold lane if you need to.
Yeah. And the reason why I say there is, well, all right, the burst, there is no question about that when it comes to like the carry. The carry, you just output so much damage in a short period of time. So they got that covered already. When I say that they needed that they can get reach out of the carry is that you're looking at the heroes that are melee from the side of BTR. So it's not like you have to reach too far when you're playing this carry up against the heroes of BTR. When you pick up the Malefic Gun, then you're already okay. The only problem, though, that I'm going to say about ONIC, and this also pertains to Reach, is that there is no legitimate threat to the Novaria. That's why I felt like the Novaria was a good last pick for BTR. I also predicted that it will be the case. If you're looking at this Moreno Novaria, this guy is going to have the easiest game out of all of the people in the lobby right now because there's not much reach.
Well, let's find out. We're jumping into it. It's game one here in this best-of-5 grand final. Games of the Future 2026. Will ONIC end up being champions once again? Or will Bigatron by Vitality make something happen here? Already in the mid lane, a little bit of action. Of course, poking back and forth. There's only so much that can be done. I feel like early game with the Novaria, but still, no battle spell is actually going to be expended just yet.
Pretty chill about it. It'll be curious how ONIC will, how BTR will utilize this lineup that is really front-facing against ONIC. Apart from the Novaria, everybody wants to dive in front of ONIC. And ONIC, they do have 2 tanky dudes, but they only have 1 tool to really hold down BTR, and that is this Wrath of the Dryad, which means that Suns will have a lot of responsibilities with a duality being procced. Granted, the Wrath of the Dryad is a good tool to allow the Sands to continuously proc the duality passive, but it is going to be a difficult task for Suns for sure.
See if he's able to do it. This first turtle's up. Both gold laners going to go ahead and chill in the gold lane while this is just going to be a 4v4. Niall's going to go ahead and grab his buff, but they might just go for this. A little bit of a taunt. Unbreakable on Keyboy. He's got to go ahead and back off, disengage. Lootby got the Consecrate. They got control of this first turtle, so ONIC might be able to secure this. Let's see if they make it happen. Kyrie able to get the Retribution off, but they're going to go for the fight anyway, and Lootby trying to get away. He's going to get chased down, and they will take him with the Daytonas. Welcome. Oh, good duality, but here comes Niall to the back line. He's got people lined up, but it's just not enough. And now the diversion going to be used. Already a couple kills for ONIC. They're looking for Niall. And Sands will get him with the double.
No way. No way Suns just did just that. I mean, 2-0-1 for this Lui. Granted, BTR, I think that was a mistake coming out from Shogun. Utilizing the Daytona's welcome and then spitting out the Uranus towards the members of ONIC. I think he wanted to maximize the stun that you get out of it, or maybe he just outright misplaced his spit afterwards. But that allowed ONIC to refresh with Lootby. And of course, the Bats staying in front for a long time means that the duality, dispersion, the damage output of Suns will be just really high because you're just constantly throwing away your orbs, and the rotation that you get with the second skill of the Lui. Combine that together, your backlines are getting ricocheted so much that they end up just being blown away by Sans, which is literally what happened in there. And then the teleport afterwards, my God, Louis coming out from Sans, that guy's scary.
I think the Louis is going to just be a pickup that we see more and more, maybe even unless some major changes happen between now and the next tournaments, of course, but it's working out really well, especially when you have the Wrath of the Dryad from the Belrek. It just makes things happen. Look at this. They're going for the purple buff. They want to put pressure on Niall's buff, and they'll do just that. Notice, too, Kyrie, on the Hirara, he locked in his Fury Hammer. Then he's starting to just go with the Sky Piercer because he wants to start building stacks early on, I believe, and that's all possible. You know, you got an early kill on, you got momentum in your favor, you're 3,000 gold ahead at this point, and now the second turtle is up. Kyrie, go ahead and start this one up. Emon is here, though, so now gold laners will be a part of this fight. Everybody rotating down for this objective. Half health on the turtle, unbreakable. Oh, Daytona's welcome, gonna be charged in. Shogun taking quite a bit of damage. Is it the Avatar of the Guardian? Actually, that's quite a bit of damage, too, as Shogun falls. Niall gets the turtle. He's going to be able to go ahead and do a bit of damage before he gets out, but Bigatron by Vitality might have got the turtle, but they lost two.
I see the vision now for BTR. They will go for the aggressive move on Shogun with the Daytona's Welcome that was going to be quickly followed up by the Avatar of the Guardian. Not literally quickly, but it will be layered properly wherein after the Daytona's Welcome, you already have that Avatar of the Guardian with extra knockup and taunt afterwards. So it's a chain stun between the Barons as well as they cannot catch as they go in bottom lane.
Okay, Keyboy unfortunately going to die there, but it made sense what ONIC wanted to do. They give a kill over, and they didn't overcommit because I thought Kyrie with a couple stacks might have tried to do something, but they just kind of pull off there. That turret's almost down. That's one of the main things that ONIC wanted to go ahead and do, give Kelra that advantage. You can already see the advantage building up, though, too, in the jungle, man. Kyrie, again, a couple levels ahead right now of Niall. He's been taking his buffs. He's about to hit that level 10, and he continues to do so. Just as he does, he hits level 10. So that gives him, again, an advantage that he can work with into the next turtle. But so far, Niall at least has been able to swing in,